5 years from now, you'll look back on today with one of two feelings. Either relief, because you dodged the slow trap that ruins most people's futures, or regret, because you didn't. And here's what's dangerous. Your future doesn't get destroyed in one big, dramatic event. It dies quietly and slowly. One small, harmless-looking choice at a time. The thing that ruins your next 5 years is actually invisible. It feels safe, but it also feels like nothing. And guess what? Stacked over time, that nothing costs you everything. So what is the choice that feels harmless but isn't? Every day, you're making a choice. I'm talking about the moment you hand your focus away without even realizing it. When you roll over and check your phone before you've even said good morning to reality. Or the moment where you say, just one more episode, I'll start tomorrow. That is truly the silent killer of your future. Not a giant failure, but 1,000 tiny ones. Drop a "not me" in the comments if you don't want to be that person. I hope that's you. So let's look at how small choices compound into ruin. Day 1. You check your phone first thing in the morning. No big deal. Day 30. You've trained your brain that the first hit of dopamine comes from scrolling, not creating. Year 1. You've built a habit of reacting to the world instead of actually building in it. Year 3. You don't even believe your own goals anymore because you've broken every promise to yourself. And Year 5. You're the same person you were before, just more distracted and older. See how that works? No crash or explosion, just slow, steady erosion. Think of your life like a house eaten by termites. It looks fine from the outside, but one day it collapses. Yikes. The science of wasting your potential. Here's what's really happening when you make the wrong choice. Your brain runs on dopamine. It's supposed to reward you for doing meaningful things, learning, building, achieving, right? But when you flood it with easy dopamine, TikTok, junk food, and gossip, you trick it. The reward system goes, oh, this is enough. No need to chase the harder, longer path. So instead of your brain wiring itself for progress, it wires itself for passivity. And passivity doesn't just waste your time. It rewires your identity. After 5 years of that, you don't just lose hours. You lose belief in yourself. And once that's gone, you don't need a villain because you'll sabotage your own future on autopilot. The comfort zone trap. Now, we all know comfort is the most expensive addiction in the world. Comfort food, comfort scrolling, and a bunch of comfort excuses. Every time you choose comfort over challenge, you think you're buying safety. But you're actually taking out a loan with 500% interest. Because 5 years later, that interest comes due. And it looks like wasted potential and the gut punch of realizing you became exactly what you swore you wouldn't. Let's look at a case study I created. I'll paint you two lives. Person A wakes up, checks their phone, eats leftover pizza, and tells themselves they'll get serious later. That later never comes. They'll squeeze in a half-hearted workout once in a while, maybe read the first 10 pages of a self-help book, and then proudly leave it on the nightstand for decoration. They chase motivation on YouTube, but never build momentum in real life. 5 years go by, and they're still in the same exact place. Except now they've got higher screen time, lower energy, and a growing list of excuses. They didn't choose failure, they just didn't choose at all. Next is person B. They don't wake up chanting affirmations or meditating on a mountain. They just guard their first hour like their future depends on it. Because it does. One small move forward each day. They're not working 20-hour days. They're simply stacking tiny wins that multiply. 5 years later, while person A is still saying, I'll start tomorrow, person B has already lapped them 10 times. Now their career, their health, their confidence, their whole life looks unrecognizable. And this is the crazy part. They both had the same 24 hours, but the only difference was the choice they made in silence when nobody was watching. Person A chose comfort. Person B chose direction. What's scary is you don't notice which person you're becoming until it's too late. Person A doesn't wake up one morning and say, yes, today I will ruin my future. No, it happens slowly. They laugh it off and just scroll a little more, until one day they wake up and realize the gap between them and person B is a canyon. Meanwhile, person B, they weren't sprinting. They were walking forward at a steady pace while person A was standing still. 5 years of steady pace looks like a miracle compared to 5 years of excuses. Both people made tiny choices, but those choices created two completely different lives. So how do we stop the spiral? Here's the escape plan. It's not about doing more, it's about not doing what ruins you. Think of it as a stop doing list. Stop starting your day with your phone. Your focus is currency. Don't give it away before you even earn it. Stop promising yourself tomorrow. If it matters, start with 2 minutes today. Kill the lie of later. Stop feeding on empty dopamine. Every hit of junk, digital or physical, mortgages your future clarity. Stop surrounding yourself with people who drain you. 5 years of toxic company will quietly bury you, and you'll become exactly like the people you hang out with. Cut these 4, and you'll notice something crazy. Your life stops bleeding potential. Every morning, you're not just making a choice, guys. You're casting a vote. Open your phone right away. You're voting for distracted you. Avoid the difficult stuff. You're voting for weaker you. And put off the important things. You're voting for future you to live in regret. The votes don't disappear. They add up every freaking day, until you wake up 5 years later and realize which candidate won. The cold-hearted truth is, if you keep making the same tiny, comfortable, distracted choice every day, you will literally destroy your next 5 years. The good news is, the same way you can ruin 5 years, you can rebuild them, one choice at a time. The future isn't made in some big, dramatic transformation. It's made in the boring, invisible moments when no one's watching. And the scariest or most hopeful truth of all is this: 5 years from now is already being decided by what you choose after this video ends. So what's it gonna be? Comfort, distraction, and a future you won't even recognize? Or discipline, direction, and a future you'll be proud of? The choice is yours. If you're serious about not wasting the next 5 years, then prove it. Check out this next video where I lay out 15 daily habits that can actually change your life. Most people will click off. Don't be most people.